Welcome to the Cosmic Realm. This is Cosmic Brian at Cosmic Vinyl. We're all cosmic. It's cosmic everything. Well, I got a few things to show you here today. Some psychedelic stuff. Kind of got away from the psych stuff for a little while, but picked up a few things. I actually picked them up a while back, so thought I'd show them. I'm gonna take a toast to all you cats out there watching. I appreciate you. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Hey, if you're not subscribed, why don't you just press that red subscribe button for the hell of it? Put a like on it. I don't give. Put a don't like on it. Cheers to y'all.
Oh, yes, yes, my good friend, of course.
Oh, there's a big chug. All right, this is a far finds video, if you will. A far out find. All right. How about we take these mind shields off? What do you think of these bad boys? All right, here they go. Get the real thing going here. Oh, hey! Welcome, you guys. All right, here we go. Not gonna waste any time here. I'm gonna show you what I got. This is a bit a while ago now, but I was in Denver, Colorado, and went to a record store called Wax Trax. It was a good record store, man. Thing is, in the middle of perusing albums, I got sick as shit. I just started shaking, and I had to get the F out of there. I was miles away from my hotel. So yeah, it was an incredibly trying day. But anyway, I managed to just grab a few things on my way out. One of them is this Captain Beyond record. Very cool cover, by the way. Check that out. It's got a gatefold. Here, let me set this down for a second. If you put the whole thing, you can see the whole thing here. Just some crazy characters on that. Some cover art is out there. Then you've got the band here on the gatefold. Pretty cool, right? On Capricorn label there. But anyway, I picked this up because I had picked up, here I gotta turn that down just a little bit more, even though that, wait, listen to that. That distortion is beautiful. It's Stone Age music. But anyway, I picked this up because I had grabbed their first album, and it was like hard rock, hard and heavy 70s stuff, really cool. So I thought, God, with a cover like this, man, this has gotta be cool, right? Anyway, this was released in 1973, like I said, on the Capricorn label. It's an eclectic American rock band that manages to meld together space rock, psych rock, prog, and some jazz fusion. Now this album is mostly prog. I would say the majority of this is prog. There's a little bit of spaciness to it, but God, I really expected this to be a lot more crazy with all that insane cover art. It's not quite as out there as I would have liked, but it's still great musicianship. Kind of reminds me of like mid-70s Santana, which that'll probably turn about half the people off that are watching this. But I mean, I dig Santana when I'm in the mood. So, but I just thought it would be more, you know, with that cover. But anyway, it's good. I mean, like I said, it's great sound to it, great recording. So, but anyway, moving on. I don't want to make this too long, but this is a record I bought actually off Instagram from a fellow VCer, Psychedelic. Now on Instagram he's Dr. Mind, and he was must have been purging a few of his psychedelic records, so I picked up this Rationals. I'd been kind of keeping an eye out for it for a while. This was released in 1970 on the Crew record label. Let's see if I can pull that out. It's kind of a cool label. Well, I gotta figure out how to open it first. Kind of cool there. So yeah, picked that up from Psychedelic. This is a Michigan-based rock band. So Bill from Michigan Record Club, Bill Young will probably for sure know who this band is. But there's some great, it opens up with Barefoot, which is more of a like bluesy kind of soulful cover. I've heard garage bands do it quite a bit more interesting, but it's still a good opener. This is like bluesy hard rock, psych rock, lots of distortion on guitars and stuff. It's pretty good, and you know me, I love stuff from the 60s, and that cover is just so killer psychedelic. So at times I think the singer wants to be like channel like James Brown, like a Motown voice, or Otis Redding, because he really gets after it. I mean, these guys give it their all on every track, and but it's psychedelic, but it's not that heavy out there psychedelic that you're gonna trip off on, but it's still really good. In between songs, they kind of have this weird like segue with, it's kind of acoustic, and then it goes into the rock and stuff. But you know, it's a good record. I'll keep it around. Plus, Psychedelic gave me a good deal on it. So the Rationals. Don't get irrational, just the Rationals. I don't even know what I meant by that. Side 2 is better on that album, so then now we can get into something a little bit more interesting here. The peanut butter conspiracy is spreading, as Dan would say from Dots and Loops. This is released on 1967 on the Columbia 2i there. Pretty good stuff. Actually, it's really good. I don't know why I'm saying pretty good. Look at that. Look at that look, man. I love the old 60s clothes, man. It's so cool. But they're an LA-based psych band. A female vocals and one Barbara Sandy Robeson. Rest in peace, Sandy, as she passed away from toxic shock syndrome at some point. Really good vocalist. I think they probably would have went in a way more psychedelic direction had the record label probably not pressured them into a more commercial sound, I guess. But this is way worth the listen here. They brought in a couple of guys from the Wrecking Crew, those studio musicians. One was James Burton and the other one was Glenn Campbell. Yeah, Glenn Campbell was a rocker back in the day. He could play guitar like nobody's business. So they brought those two guys in to add a more fuller guitar sound, and it does it justice. I hear like some Mamas and Papas in this. I hear some country psych, pop psych. There's great vocal harmonies on this. It's pretty damn good. There's a song on here, Why Did I Get So High? It's the closer on side 1. I sometimes wonder that myself as I'm sitting there melting into my couch for the rest of the day doing nothing but just chilling. No, I mean, I just, that's what I heard. My friend told me that happened to him. So anyway, pretty cool record. The peanut butter conspiracy is spreading. Spread it then. Spread it out. And what we're listening to here is the Poppers. That was that distorted psychedelic goodness you heard there. Whoa, there goes my mind shield. Of the Poppers' second album, Ellis Island. Kind of got your kind of Sgt. Pepper's look here on the front. This is when we used to welcome people into the country with open arms. Not so much anymore. Don't want to get political. Just saying. That's what back in when the country was a melting pot. It was building our country for what it is. But yeah, this is so cool. This is on the Verb Forecast label. I'd show you, but it's on the turntable. It's released, like I said, released 1968. This is far more psychedelic than the album the first one that I showed a while back, the Poppers Magic People. This is way more psychedelic. The opening tracks on side 1 and side 2 are both killer. You heard South Down Road, and then on the other side is Numbers. Another really trippy and psychedelic is Ask Her Again, and Yes I Know. I mean, side 2, for some reason, again, is the better side on this if you really want to get some more out there kind of psychedelic stuff. It's kind of cool. This is kind of cool too. This was like in the thing. There's a picture of the band there, really psychedelic black and white photo. But then they had these pictures that you could cut out and make a book, like a flip book. And if you put them together and then flip it, you can like see they're moving, like you used to do as a kid. But yeah, and it has the directions here on how to make the old Poppers flick book flick. But kind of goofy, but just kind of a novelty thing that they did. So yeah, the Poppers, better than Magic People. Ellis Island is the way to go if you wanna if you wanted to get some Poppers psych goodness. I describe it as like Procol Harum versus Electric Prunes kind of sound. So if that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but Another one I picked up, this is one that I picked up when I first got down here, and it's Forever is a Dream by the band Food. Now, these guys look like James Taylor. I mean, these guys all look like James Taylor and maybe his weird brothers, right? But this was released on Capitol, the green Capitol label there. Back in, I'm gonna bring these down. Back in '69, and it's psychedelic, but it's not like way out there. There's not a lot of distortion and stuff in this. Imagine if they had like three main influences, like Sgt. Pepper by the Beatles, Are You Experienced by Jimi Hendrix, and Love's Forever Changes. That's the kind of sound you get out of this. There's multiple moods, spacey, haunting, acidic, classical, orchestral, and a word that I don't think I've ever used in a video, but it's baroque. Look it up, B-A-R-O-Q-U-E, baroque. Figure that out, right? It's kind of like a mellow psychedelic sound, I guess, bordering on folk, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, this won't knock you over the head with any crazy out there, like distorted guitars like you're hearing back there, but there is a definite psychedelic vibe, an undercurrent here that I just can't put my finger on. I think it's in the lyrics. The songs are just really kooky, just really deep lyrics. Even the slow jams have just this really powerful, interesting vibe. I think the reason this band, I mean, first of all, the name Food is kind of a poor choice. I mean, these guys are great musicians. They can come up with some great songs, but they couldn't come up with a better name for their band. I mean, it does have a little quote, "If music be the food of love, play on," by William Shakespeare. Maybe that's what they were going for. They thought it was probably this deep-rooted, like, poetry kind of thing, so let's call it Food, all right? Anyway, enough. I went on long enough about that. But this is probably not for everyone, but I dig it if I'm in the mood for it. There's, like I said, there's some slow rollers on here, but just kind of like an undercurrent of psychedelia, and I was happy to pick it up. It's an obvious reissue, but so anyway, that's my Far Out Fine psychedelic extravaganza with a dash of Prog and distorted guitars. Anyway, so coming up, I've got some pretty killer, like I'm either gonna do a garage revival video or 60s garage stuff. I haven't decided yet. I got a lot of both, and I could do another psych video too. Probably a little more exciting than this one was. Sorry. Anyway, you guys, have a great night. Be safe. One more toast to you as I finish off this limey. Pretty good. Anyway, stay cosmic. Love you guys.
It's Cosmic Vinyl.